Hello, thanks for joining me. My name is Bradley Byram. I'm with I'm a senior at Liberty University, currently enrolled in Business 343. Today we are going to discuss a case study in Chapter 9 of the Bud textbook, case study number 2. Moving on to the next slide. The content of this PowerPoint is explaining the entire case study, the background, the history. Next is identifying the conflict. What went wrong, what happened, what needs to happen. Next is understanding all avenues of action, including legal and ethical actions. Understanding the role of the HR manager during this process and identifying future opportunities to prevent this situation. Moving on to the next slide. A little bit of background. This includes 3 shift machinists that are represented by a union organization. It's the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, otherwise known as IAM. Another conflict is the first shift of this company does not have a shift leader. The employees are requesting a shift leader. They also put together a few attributes they would like for this new hired manager to have. Also, the factory manager, Sharon Murphy, included her list of attributes that she feels the hiring shift leader should have. Moving on to the next slide. There was 2 applicants for this promotion, if you will. Machinist first class Robert Elder and Machinist second class Mary Younger. Both individuals were qualified to handle this promotion, and both were interviewed. After the interview process and further discussion on the hiring, the second class Mary Younger was hired for the position. In saying that, Mr. Robert Elder filed a grievance complaint against the Picasso company. Moving on to the next slide. One of the big issues that this complaint was that Mr. Robert Elder had seniority over Miss Mary Younger. In saying that, they both had equal qualifications, and Mary actually meshed a little bit better with the employee request of attributes to have for that company. So therefore, that's why Mary Younger was hired, vice Robert Elder. Moving on to the next slide. Understanding legal and ethical avenues of action regarding Robert Elder's complaint. From the bargaining agreement, nothing legal was done incorrectly or violated any legal violation. Therefore, talking with Robert Elder and letting him know this might actually solve the problem. Also providing Robert with a copy of the contract between the company and the union and highlighting some of the main points of his argument would be a great move towards resolving the issue. Moving on to the next slide. As an HR manager, in this situation, I would first, when I found out about the grievance, I would do a full investigation. I would also ask questions, take notes, address the results of my investigation, if it came down to that. Also, properly document the grievance made. Therefore, nothing nothing goes undocumented. And I would also explore options on how to get the company, the employee, and the union representative on the same page. Moving on to the next slide. Future options in order to prevent this matter. As a human resource manager, I would screen the applications and help make it very clear of the promotion process and how we are determining uh, the promoter. Um, I would provide all employees with, again, it goes back to providing all the employees with a copy of the collective bargaining agreement and highlight the key points that I feel is important during a promotion process. And I would also, for future, have meetings, sit down with employees semi-annually to discuss the working environment and hear their concerns and make sure that employee voice is there. And the next slide is the references.